Welcome to 'Cause We Can Farms. We are Heather and Kimmy. We met over 30 years ago in the United States Army and have been best friends ever since. Last year, we began setting posts for our DIY post and beam barn build. All of the materials so far for this barn have come off of my 73-acre property that I have up here in northern Idaho. We have cut these logs, we have milled these logs into beams, and have been able to start putting this barn up. As a disabled veteran, building this barn, putting this together has created a level of healing in me that I never thought that I would have. A few weeks ago, we had an entire group of other YouTubers come up, and almost all of them are veterans. And we had such an amazing day building and adding the first beams to this barn. Kimmy and I are continuing to work and get this barn finished, and so that next year we can open this up to veterans in our community to begin their journey healing also. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this video with other people that you believe that would love to follow the journey.
You'd have been proud of my tractor skills putting this one up. You'd have been like, yeah, that's my mom.
I think you stopped it a little short. We have quite a ways over here to put those beams. What's happening here?
Well, our opening is quite a bit smaller than the length of these. So I think we're gonna have to hand carry them in. I don't foresee being able to like go through, turn, and then go down.
For hand carrying these in, I think we should cut them in place so we have less weight we're carrying.
I think that's a fantastic idea. So we're going to measure from the bottom. We're going to cut these. I think that we have rock, paper, scissored it down to being just a straight cut down. No, none of these.
We've debated back and forth, but yeah, yes. I think that was our final decision.
I think the final decision came because we found the 10-inch screws.
Yeah. That and the fact that we have faith that we'll be able to get these plates.
Yes. So. Exactly. So if you guys have not seen our video on the plates that we put out, when is this video going out? This video is going out Monday. Okay. So that we put out on Friday. Go check that out. We're offering a really cool program. We had one person in particular bring this to our attention. Thank you, Tanya.
Yes.
It's just a genius. Mamas of Veterans rock.
Yes.
I mean, that's a little self-promotion because we're mamas of veterans.
We're also veterans, too. Veterans rock.
Exactly. So go check that out and share it with your friends. Let's get it around there. Let's get these, what are we calling them? Well, we're calling them dog tags.
Veteran plaques.
Veteran plaques put up in this barn. It'll be so cool. All right, let's get on with this. All right, so we're gonna put this one up first that we have. We really only have going this direction. And then we flip-plumb this one and go this direction. So we have the crisscross one on each side. And that should 100% keep it from going that way. Our biggest problem is this way, which once we get the beam up there, that keeps it from going this way. So as long as we can keep it from going this way, which I think across, crisscross, will keep it from not moving at all. So we don't even have to go this direction. So I'm thinking like that one on this side and then another one on this side going the opposite direction. Does that make sense? Crisscross. Yeah. So put this over here. Plumb Bob is right here. Okay.
SpongeBob?
Wait, isn't this someone's puller?
SpongeBob? Ooh. How come we haven't seen that? No, no, it's not anybody's. Nobody's puller.
It's nobody's. Randy.
Nobody left anything here.
Randy, if you left your nail puller or whoever did, we've got it. Let us know. We'll get it back to you. you want to gift it to us, we will spray paint it pink with glitter and it will be ours.
That way we'll find it.
Exactly, because that baby's been hiding out.
So when I'm rewatching these videos to do the voiceover section of it, a lot of times I just think, what am I going to say? Because this is just putting these up. And we have the tractor and it'll be simple. And, you know, sometimes we're just really, we throw it on time lapse and we take you guys through the journey because both of us need to actively be working in the actual video. So Kim can't do a lot of close-up footage. And then I remember, what did I want to hear when I was researching how to build this barn and how to put these big beams up and these big posts up and all of those things. So today is really about perseverance.
What you doing over here?
Well, I'm trying to switch the safety thing to this side.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, this was the one that had been returned, and the guy said it didn't fit his circular saw. But I'm finding that these are stripped. And it takes an Allen wrench, and so the one that came with it is not working. There's 3 that came with it. This is the one that fits it. And it just, I can't.
Stupid.
So maybe if we have one that's just a little bit bigger.
Let's go see what we can find. Okay. So there's an issue.
Well, they're stripped. And
we bought it this way.
And it's just not, the bigger one is too big. This is the size that actually goes on it. And it's literally just not. And I have to switch this to this side. See, it's set up that way.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, our guide is in the way. So we can't go forward. This cannot be turned around any other way. The only thing I could do is cut it off and then not have a kickback guide, which would freak everybody out. Or take the one off of the other one and try to put that on here.
If it fits.
It should fit. They are the same size. I'd be surprised if it didn't, but man, you hate to just like destroy your thing that you just bought.
Well, Heather thinks that she might have thought of an idea to kind of help with this situation. So we're going to try that, see if that works. Hopefully we can continue to move forward today. There's nothing more frustrating than having the will and wanting to get things done and then having a roadblock. So that's what we're dealing with now. Hopefully this will be just a short-term thing and this solution works. Did you find what you were looking for?
No, but I did find the drill. The disc, cutting disc. And then I did find this that I can put in the drill and maybe it'll catch it. And I can push down super hard. And then I think we can pull this one and replace it with the other one. We'll see.
Okay, so what happened?
Well, I tested this beam cutter guard on here. It came right off of there, but it's a tiny bit wider and the holes don't line up, so I can't actually put, I could probably put one on there. It would only have one, which I guess would be better than nothing. But the holes they just don't line up good enough. So.
And the other thing you didn't find, so we couldn't do that.
No, and those are full on stripped out.
Yeah.
Which is probably why the guy took it back. He stripped it out and then couldn't use it, or use it. I don't know. It's very weird that it's on that side.
It's so crazy that it's set up for a left-hander and not a right-hander, which most of us are.
Yeah.
At least the good ones are. Just kidding.
Well, and so if I cut this off, because I could cut this off, then I cannot return it. And it's a $70 tool, and then it would have no guard.
So we may have to call and see if they have one and run to town.
And then if we have to run to town, if they have one here, then we could just run into Sandpoint. But if they don't, then we have to go all the way to Coeur d'Alene. So that would be the rest of our day. And we have 4 more days of good weather. Back on Homestead again. Oh, almost died getting out the door. All right, we're gonna try this. We need to hire somebody to straighten out our driveway because I can't walk today.
Maybe it's not the driveway that's got the problem. So how does this work exactly?
I have no idea. I wonder if you do way bigger or kind of bigger. This one's way bigger. So you basically re-drill this, drill out the hole. That creates a new different type of slot, and then you pull out the slot that coordinates, and it's supposed to be able to just screw it out. What? Doesn't help at all. It makes it worse. We were supposed to use this to give us some. We have 2 slippy doos. That didn't, it just made it more slick.
So you got it fixed.
Well, I wouldn't say fixed. I would say I damaged it to the point that we can use it. We cut it off.
So now we're just going to test it.
Rule breakers. I don't have the oil in here. It's not cutting on here. So I'm assuming the chain is on backwards.
So once we got the beam saw completely figured out, it really did work very well. One of the things that you have to do is tighten everything, retighten everything after using it for one cut. So that's pretty annoying, but if you know to do it and you just do it, it's really quick, it's pretty easy. And I do like how these cuts came out. So I would recommend getting a beam saw. I don't know if I could cut these by hand with my actual chainsaw and have as good of a cut or as straight as a cut. So I guess I would have to say yes, if you're going to do a bunch of these cuts, be prepared to fiddle with it. Be prepared to tighten everything up every time you use it. And I would recommend getting one. So earlier I talked about perseverance, and as I was re-watching the video to edit, it really was one of those days that could have, there were just roadblocks all along the way. You know, the chainsaw didn't want to work. You know, we had to make a couple trips into town. You know, but what I found is if I just keep at it, and a tiny step is a step forward. And even though sometimes you take a couple steps back, it's just a matter of just continue to do what you can do, you know, with the tools that you have. Make the least amount of trips into town, and you will eventually get there.
both of these bolts fell out. One, I saw it go.
So we have rain in the forecast, and we're trying to get all of these beams set before we get 3 days of rain next week. And that really did put a push on us, which is fine. We needed that. Sometimes we need those things to keep you working through the downs. This is really hard work. It's much easier with the tractor, so I'm super grateful for my son for letting us use it. I honestly do not know how we would have gotten these up there without it. We had talked about doing some pulley systems and, you know, just all kinds of different things, but I could imagine it would have taken us a month to get these up there, and we were able to do this in a couple of days. These two end posts are definitely taller. I need to bring in quite a bit of fill dirt to bring this up to level. So the tractor only goes this high, and you know, had to figure out a way to get it to go up just a little bit higher and fit into the slots, plus keep the posts level or as plumb as we possibly could. And the tip that Randy gave us to measure at the bottom and then cut, and then you make the top fit it, was perfect. And that was a lot of help, and I'm very grateful for the tips that we get, because it definitely helps us. I'm new at this. I've never built a barn like this, and I'm new at the tractor, so you know, there's a whole lot of firsts going on here.
You need to go up. It's bumping on this side.
Can't go up.
It's bumping these
I have a feeling it's going to fall here pretty soon.
little bit more.
See, now it's going to push off on this side.
Can you flatten your forks at all?
No, that's what's getting it up higher. I'm up as high as I go.
No, flatten them because they're up like this.
I know, because this won't go up any higher.
Okay.
This is as high as that goes.
Because it's hitting on this side. There you go. You're clear.
How far on that 6x6 is it?
I'm about halfway on it.
Need it to be more. I think when I tip this, it's gonna.
There, that's good.
Is this really that far out? That's going all the way over the post, which means that post is leaning a lot towards the north, so it needs to be pushed. That should be at the half point on that post.
So looking at this, it looks like the beam is at an angle like this, and if it straightened up, it would fall right where it needs to be.
In the center of this 6x6?
Uh-huh.
Can you put the thing on this post? Because this post looks like it's leaning like that.
Okay.
These first big beams were definitely the hardest. We're in the area with the most slope, with the most little hills. And the thing is if I would have taken the tractor and evened this out, this would have been really softer. And the tractor with tires, we have found, likes to roll, likes to get stuck. So not disturbing the earth at all is really the only way we could have done this. With the skid loader, it would have been a little bit different because we have tracks on the skid loader. But it's on the job site, so we don't have that up here on the property right now to use. So the tractor it is. And I really had to think through a lot of this. How can we get this to go up here without falling over, without falling off the forks and breaking things? And you know, it's really pretty sketchy, and it's a little worrisome because you could tumble down the entire barn, because these things are really heavy. I would say they probably weigh about 300 pounds. But once we figured it out, because that's what this first beam was about, was figuring it out. Once we figured it out, it really did go fairly well. It was very frustrating to spend about 3 hours working on this one beam, but the education was invaluable.
How's that even standing on? It's crooked in there.
The only thing that's holding it up on this side is having that bracer board sticking out. It's right on the edge.
Tell me when my forks are past it.
You're good.
Pushing it?
Not yet. Go up a tiny bit more if you can. Now it's pushing it.
Flatten it out.
Yep. It needs to come a little bit more on both sides.
Yeah, I know, but I can hammer that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I can. I mean, I'll try, but this post is still bad.
Good over here. On the left fork you are, yes.
So this is where I'm going to ask you guys, if you've not subscribed to our channel, to please subscribe and support us. It is extremely helpful in letting YouTube know to push these videos out to other viewers. And right now, when our subscribers share and you know, let their friends know that we're doing this up here and it's fun to watch, that's pretty much where we're getting our subscribers from. So if you haven't subscribed, I hope that you would. If you enjoy our content, we really truly appreciate you. Make sure you like the video on your way out, and definitely leave us a comment, because we love hearing from you guys. And You know, if you've worked yourself through this and you've seen something that would make a difference, let us know.
It's going to be hard to, because of that wave, to put the level on it. I mean, it's got to just be the ground and the earth and all of those things, because if you look at those look perfect, right? Like,
yeah,
they look like they are equal. This beam is a little bit thinner. It's a little bit, I think it's 5.5 instead of 6. We've still got to scooch that over a tiny bit. But we are losing light, and we have to get our baby ducks inside. So I think we're going to call it for today. That was a whole lot of shenanigans to just get one beam up. That is exhausting. We went into town a few times. But hopefully this will stay there tonight, and tomorrow we have all day, and it's supposed to be gorgeous. So we will see you tomorrow.